jazz hands. Welcome back to another episode of What the Smut Book Reviews. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. My hair looks terrible. We're not going to talk about it, okay? So in today's video, sorry my camera is shaking so much. My table is straight up garbage and I'm on carpet. So if I so much as blink, this table's like, okay? And I'm sorry. It is what it is. In today's video, I will be reviewing for you guys this shiny matte. Can it be shiny and matte at the same time? This fine piece of work right here. This is Just Like Animals by author Hettie Ivers. This is book Fuck If I Know in her Werelock Evolution Series. I'm sorry, Hettie. Prior books include Alex and Melena's story, which was the first story, and then there was Avery and Chaos in No Light, which I did a few videos back. And then we have this guy. This is Raoul. Look at him. Seriously, just look at him. What a gorgeous specimen. Can I just say, what a gorgeous specimen. The character himself, a little controversial. He's a bad boy. He does bad things, okay? This book is 357 pages. This is obviously, as you can see, a large paperback book. The Kindle and Nook version of this book is $3.99, and you can currently get this book on Amazon in this exact paperback for $14.99. I know what you're thinking. $14.99 is a little bit pricey for a paperback book. No, it's not, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a big paperback, which is almost about the same size as a hardcover book. And that one, you would normally pay like 25 bucks, right? At like Barnes & Nobles or something. So $14.99 for this chiseled jaw? No brainer. You cannot get this book used on eBay. I don't think you're gonna find it in Goodwill or a secondhand shop. I know, you never know, but doubt it. What is with this one errant strand of curl? Like, my eyes twitching from how shitty my hair looks. So I'm gonna read you guys the blurb for this book in just a second. But Hettie Ivers' Werelock Evolution Series was suggested to me through like a Facebook ad or like a Facebook suggestion, because you know they spy on me. We've talked about this in the previous video. In this case, I don't mind. I can only be thankful to Facebook for spying on me because I needed these books in my life. This book, where to begin? I'm gonna go with like 70-30 ratio when it comes to sex. 70% of this book is like sex scenes. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not. I mean, I've read books where it's like from cover to cover, almost all sex scenes and no story. I'm not a fan. Like, I like smut, but I still need the story. Otherwise, why am I reading 357 pages? Like, I can just go on Pornhub. Why do I need that? Why do I need that? If I just want the sex, I could just do the internet, the intranets, okay? I'm here for the love story too, boy, okay? So, a lot of sex, but also a lot of story. A lot of in-depth story, a lot of backstory, a lot of story. So I'm gonna read you guys the blurb. I won't read it from the back of this because this is very, very short little whatever. And actually, now that I'm looking at the paper I printed, it's also pretty short on there too, so maybe it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, and I just realized that. Candace, You do no research, no homework, you suck. Do better at your not job hobby thing that you do, okay? So I'm gonna read the blurb and then I'll break it down for you guys and I'll rate the book and then we'll talk about, you know, and we'll do that. We'll do that whole spiel that I do, that closing spiel that I do, okay? So this book, the back says, for 10 long years, I stayed away to protect her. I thought I'd successfully subverted my wolf's instinct where Bethany was concerned. But when I saw her on that dance floor, my inner beast took over. I told myself it would just be one dance. One dance and I'll let her go. I didn't mean to bite her or fuck her in the middle of a crowded dance club or kidnap her again. So I told you, right? He's a bad boy. He does bad things. Raoul is the main male character. As you can see, Bethany is the main female character of this book. So this book starts out in the States. Raoul has known that Bethany is his mate for like 10 years. And to protect her life, he stayed away from her for that long, even though his inner wolf is like, okay, these are werewolves. If you know what's up, you know what's up. So his inner wolf is like, that's my mate. I need to be with her. But at the same time, he's like, if I drag her into my world right now, there's a lot of chaos going on. There's like this pack versus this pack, a lot of fighting, a lot of backstabbing, there's like a blood curse and there's like prophecies and there's like, right? So he's like, I can't bring her into it because she's going to get killed. Because she's just a little human, right? So he stays away for 10 years. He torments his inner wolf person. Like, no, we can't. Suck it up. You know? Now he goes a spying, right? Like he's kept track of her through like Facebook and whatever. And he sees that she's engaged to be married to somebody else. So he goes a spying. He sees her in the middle of a crowded dance club and she's dancing and she's looking hot. She's looking good, right? But she looks miserable too in like the face because like her fiance is a piece of shit who been cheating on her, right? So he sees her and he's like, damn girl. And then his inner wolf, from being like basically tied up for 10 years, is like, let me at her. The opening scene of this book is basically them banging each other in the middle of a crowded club while his security detail blocks out the people so that they can't see that he's repeatedly banging her and biting her in different spots of her body. Are you intrigued? Are you intrigued? Yeah, you're dirty. You're a filthy little person. I know you are. So he can't control himself. He goes in. He goes ham, bro. And then each time he bites her, he's injecting her with his werewolf venom and essentially not only tying her to him like mate-wise, but infecting her with the werewolf curse, right? So she's going to change. She has a certain number of days to prepare herself, and then someone has to mentally guide her through the change or she'll die because humans don't fare well with that, right? So Raoul's like, okay, no biggie. Like, all I have to do is break you up with your fiance, right? What obviously won't be hard to do because you just banged me in the middle of the club. You don't know what you want. So then I have to get inside your head. Oh, wait, I can't because someone's put a mental block on your brain, so I can't fuck with your head anymore, right? So how am I going to get in there to save your life during the change? Yeah, who did that? Who got up in there? Yeah, you'll find out. You'll find out. And then I'm going to subsequently kidnap you and take you back to Brazil with me, or Portugal, or wherever it is that his stronghold is. And I'm going to tell you who I am and what I am over time after I've drugged you, put you on my plane, and flown you to a foreign country. told you. He's a bad boy who does bad things. But at the same time, he's like, yeah, you kind of, you might get a pass because you're kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? So there is an author's note on the Amazon listing for this book that says, just like animals is a fast-paced, dirty ride. I know. That is to quote a reviewer, not the author herself. The romance between the main couple was written to work as a first read in the series for readers new to the Werelock Evolution world. However, please note that this is book number 5 within the Werelock Evolution Series, so it also continues elements of the overarching storyline for the world. 90,000 word full-length novel, happily ever after with no cheating. So the no cheating I'm going to say is no cheating by Bethany or Raoul, because Bethany's fiance, Greg, he's a fucking dog, right? But yeah. So it is book 5. The first book in the series, which is Alex and Melena's story, was broken up into like 3 little short novellas that were then combined to make one big Kindle type book, right? So it is technically, this is book 5. But if you're reading from the beginning and you consider their story to be just one book, then this would be book 3. There is another book that has already been published called Seer, which takes place after this one, and would be considered technically book 6 in the series. And it is also a 2-parter book. So there is Seer is the first part, and part 2 of that book, I think, is going to be called Reaper. And that is Kai's story. Kai is Kai. Kai's messed up mentally. Emotionally, yeah, all the above. Not physically, though. Not physically. He's, you know. Yeah, so essentially that is the plot for this book. You have Raoul, funny guy, funny, quirky, egotistical, don't care if what I'm doing to you is a crime type guy. Because I truly do love you, and in the end, hopefully this is going to work out, even though inside I'm secretly having a panic attack, because there's a good chance you're going to walk away from all this because I drugged you and put you on a plane. But yeah, so that's basically the premise. So now he has to get into Bethany's head somehow before the 7 days or whatever it is out. And she begins the transformation from human to werewolf. And yeah, he's the leader of his pack. But there's still a lot of like infighting and like, you know. So he's trying to stabilize his pack while also dealing with this girl drama. So. For the rating for this book, I'm going to give it a 9, because this was actually the first book that I read in the series, because I'm a doof, and that's what I do. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I am a doof who reads book 12 that's in a series without reading the first 11. That's what I do. I see a blurb on Facebook, or I see a blurb on Amazon or whatever suggested to me on my Kindle, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Let me go read that book. I read it, and then after I've read it, I realize that it's not the first book in the series. So I did read this book first. I wasn't lost or anything. I kept up with the plot really well. I was like, dang, there's a lot going on. But it's not like a lot like diluted in any way. It's well written. These books are addictive. I was fiending for another like Cressley Cole's Immortals After Dark type writing style, or like Jenna Showalter's Lords of the Underworld series writing style. Like I was fiending for another series like that. And I was so sad because I went through so many like one-off books, like standalone novels and things like that, where it was just like, okay, it's good, it's a good story, the author is a good writer, whatever, but it's not like, you know, this book is, you know, this series is, you know, because Hettie knows, she knows what's up. So I did read this book first, and then I went back and I read from the beginning, Alex and Melena's story, and then I read No Light, and then I reread this one because I needed to. For the storyline, for the plot, right? I needed to read it again. So, yeah, 9 out of 10. But be prepared, lots of sex. Lots. Like she's like secretly an exhibitionist and like she's getting turned on because like there's so many people around and oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, that's my review for this book. I thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in for another episode. If you like me, if you like my channel and my reviews, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this particular video, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I love comments, guys. I love the comments. If you would like to follow me on any of my other social media platforms, I do have a members only Facebook group. I have an Instagram and a Twitter, all under variations of What the Smut. So I will link them in the description below, and I will put a little banner here for you guys to see. And yeah, that's all I've got for that. I thank you guys so much for watching and for tuning in to another ridiculous review. And I will see you guys in my next video. If you would like to suggest a book to me or suggest an author that you have not seen me review, please leave that in the comments below or hit me up on Facebook or whatever. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, you guys. Oh, my little Goonies t-shirt. Yeah, boy. Throw down my remote that is currently dying. Its battery's dying. I'm so tired. I am so tired. I'm exhausted. I got an itch. I have had an itch right there for like the last 10 minutes. I feel like I kind of like breezed right through that bad boy. I breezed right through it. She's a maniac on the floor. Stop. Okay, that's done with that. And that's that. And again, with the feeling of these books, I can't. Like, I literally can't. Stop me. I love you guys.